Spec Ops Black Hawk Down is in a lot of ways the culmination of a lot of different experiments and mods that I've done in the past. A lot of things are going to be changed in this mod. This is going to be a big overhaul. We're not at the point of new levels or campaigns yet. Hopefully that'll be able to change, but this to me is the fullest extent of what I could imagine changing with Spec Ops, and there are some tests I want to run to see how far I can push this concept. But for now, I just want to delve into what's going to make this mod special, why I went with the Black Hawk Down theming, how closely it's going to follow the events of the Battle of Mogadishu, or the game, or the film, or that one co-op campaign for Delta Force Hawk Ops. I just hope you guys are interested, because this was made with a lot of love, and I want to be sure I do the concept justice.
Here they come!
Take cover!
Return fire and push forward!
Pick up the high ground!
I don't care! We're taking that gate!
Hostile with a shotgun! Watch
Got
out!
another one!
This is Daniels. He's been dead a long time.
We've been set up.
So, Spec Ops Black Hawk Down is set in 1993 in Somalia during the UN intervention, the US Delta Force operation to capture General Adid in Mogadishu. You guys know how that goes. Black Hawk helicopters get shot down, Somali National Alliance militia roam the streets and get into gunfights with Delta Force members. They eventually have to fight their way out of the city and they get extracted by UN peacekeepers. It's a thrilling, intense story of sacrifice and heroism and good intentions gone wrong. And what better medium and game to do that with than Spec Ops The Line? The story of Spec Ops The Line can't be changed. I don't know if level order can be changed, so again, you're not going to see like massive overhauls to the design. You're not going to see the skyscrapers go missing or the level order be rearranged. This is going to follow the general story of Spec Ops, but with context changed, enemies changed, a ton changed for that matter. The coloration is toned down, there's more green everywhere. The enemies are completely reworked to look more like the Somalian militias of the game and the film. And this includes enemy variety across levels, so you can expect them to have different uniforms, different designs depending on what level you're playing. There'll be consistency for the special enemies, but still, you're going to be seeing a lot of new faces throughout your journey. It's going to be exciting. And with that comes a brand spanking new arsenal based off the tech of 1993 and the battles fought in that area. This is based on the arsenal of Black Hawk Down, the game, the film, as well as my own research into the Somalian Civil War. Generally speaking, you'll see some of the classic guns from the film here. So the M14, CAR-15, the M1911, Beretta M9, the M16A2, along with some other goodies that came from that time period, like the AK-63F, which was a Hungarian AK that was heavily exported to Somalia before the Civil War, the STG-44 with ZF4 sight, which did pop up in Somalia during their war with Ethiopia, and was apparently exported to Africa by Soviets as a form of aid to communist governments. You'll also be seeing some odd guns, like a homemade grenade launcher with 3 barrels. Along with this comes a whole round of stat changes designed to make combat faster and tougher. And to round that out, alongside the models and everything else, you're getting new sounds. This was a bear to figure out, but thanks to some friends of mine in the Spec Ops modding community, I was able to figure it out. This goes completely across the board. Everything but the turrets get new firing sounds to add on to that unfamiliarity. The whole point of this mod is to defeat your typical muscle memory and force you to replay the game and focus carefully while playing it. So there are some punchier, faster sounds for the CAR-15. The M1911 sounds a lot bassier than the regular handgun. Additionally, some guns have been completely repurposed using different animations that have been assigned to it. So instead of the micro Uzi, you're going to get the Beretta M9, which fires semi-auto and has a stronger firing sound. The shotgun's a better range and beefier firing sounds. AA-12 is totally reworked into a light support weapon, the HK-11, which is a G3 variant designed with a heavier barrel and a bipod. And it comes with a drum magazine. It's not as powerful as the AA-12, but it fires faster, has more ammo, and is good for suppressing enemies. You round out with the usual grenades, with an RPG-7, with HUD icon changes, name changes, loading screen changes. If you're a history buff, you're going to like that. I want to delve into the history of Somalia, not just about the battle itself, but the events leading up to the Civil War, the colonial history, the aftermath of the battle, the impacts it had. There's a lot to cover, and I want to do justice to the overall concept of it. I mean, you could argue making a mod out of it trivializes it, but I feel like you can still pay tribute to what happened in that battle.
Hallway on your left. Take it. It'll lead to a museum.
Alright, you got it.
Really gonna trust him?
Hey, you got another option. I'd love to hear it. The bomb! Target neutral!
This also ties into changes to yourself and your allies. Walker and members of Delta are designed to look like the 90s equivalent of Delta Force, at least as depicted in the movie. So, tan outfits, greenish dark armor, black helmets or tan helmets, with other gear to preserve their sight in the desert. You'll be seeing a lot of UN peacekeepers as allies, replacing the marauders or the looters or whatever you call them later on. The members of Grey Fox are also designed to look like UN peacekeepers, adding on to the whole aspect of trying to work with the UN to bring down General Adid and the SNA. And some other characters, like NPCs, have been changed as well. I wanted the civilians and the enemy 33rd leadership to look more African for obvious reasons. And I'd say that it was done pretty well overall. I mean, it was tricky getting the skin tones down and everything, but I think I was able to convey it well enough. Generally speaking, the balancing for the mod itself is done, other than maybe restoring the burst fire for the M16A2. I had briefly removed that due to some sound issues. I would like to modify the co-op levels as well. Even knowing that it won't work in co-op, I could probably still make them into fun solo levels. But the gist is that I want to hammer out the remaining songs and replacements. All the licensed music is gone and replaced. I'm using the soundtrack from Delta Force Black Hawk Down, fittingly enough, along with some songs from Soldier of Fortune Payback, since that has a similar soundtrack, and the music in it is pretty good, even if the game is bad. The cutscenes, I don't know if I'll be able to change them, but I would like to, in order to preserve immersion. And I know I want to change some loading screens. There's still work to be done, but I feel like the toughest parts are taken care of. Now it's just busy work wrapping everything else up. I'd also thought about trying to change the enemy dialogue, but I mean, it's not like I have a Somalian voice option. I could do Italian, because this was colonial Italy for a while, but I don't know. I feel like it wouldn't fit the enemies too well. Now, Italian is spoken to a degree in Somalia, but again, I feel like people might mistake it more for World War II Italy or a gangster-themed mod as a result. We'll see if I can modify their voice files, but I'm not holding out hope for that. I'm just hoping I can deliver on this concept. I think it could be really neat, and I'm excited to show off some of the finer details of it. Stuff like enemies carrying SVD Dragunovs alongside M40 sniper rifles, or the M60 taking the place of the M249, or more handguns showing up, like in the movie. And the handguns being rebalanced to properly give them roles outside of just emergency guns. Like being able to choose between the Tokarev, the M1911, the Beretta, and a revolver. But for now, I just wanted to show off this progress I've done. This mod's been in the works for several months, and I've been hammering out a lot of aspects of it. I hope you guys end up liking it when it eventually comes out. I think I will be able to meet that summer 2026 release date. That does give me a decent time window to work with too, since if we want to be generous, this does go into the latter part of September.
Now get ready.
Thank you all for watching and for keeping up with the development of Spec Ops Black Hawk Down mod. Look forward to the final release, and you can expect more videos on this mod in the future. Take care.